This backpack has 6 landmines in it. According to a lot of y'all, I could get banned for that. Uncle Steve, that's my name. That name again is Uncle Steve. So I think the idea that you can be banned for having landmines or having them in your stash is a rumor that was based on a Discord post for a couple months ago. Let's go into it. So now I'm going to show you the Discord post. All right, so this is the post that I think started the rumor that owning landmines will get you banned. All right, this is from Mama Monkey on June 6, 2025. Modding update. We know a lot of you are trying out mods, but unfortunately they've gotten less silly and more destructive for the game lately. Going forward, mod usage is going to start to be curtailed, and using mods may result in bans from the game, at everyone. And then under that, there's this picture of somebody holding a landmine with the little, like, don't do this, like, no smoking kinda, but no landmines over it. So that's how I think this rumor got started. So let's deconstruct a couple things here. So first of all, they don't use the word will, they use the word may. They don't say using mods will result in bans from the game. They say using mods may result in bans from the game. Also, I'd like to say that landmines are not mentioned anywhere in the text. They do use a landmine in the picture, so maybe that's an example, but landmines are not mentioned in the text. Also, they don't even say modded items. They don't say possessing modded items may result in a ban from the game. They say using mods may result in a ban from the game. So what they're going after and who they're trying to warn are the people that are making these items with mods, not the people that have a landmine or two or some other weird modded item because somebody gave it to them. In fact, I don't even think they're going after most modders. I think maybe in the worst case scenarios, they might have been going after modders, with people who were just out there like constantly crashing lobbies by generating lots of suitcases or something. But again, they didn't use the word will, they used the word may. It's a big difference. Now, I'll also point out that may means that maybe I will get banned. So possibly by making this video, I am going to get banned because may definitely leaves that possibility in play. I hope I don't, but if I do, let's be honest, it'll probably be my most popular video ever. I want to point out for the record, and just in case this rumor is true, that I am not a modder. Those landmines were given to me. That's the absolute truth. People give me things all the time, even before I was a YouTuber. I think people have always heard my old voice and checked out how I don't really have much drip, and assume that I'm old and must need taking care of. They're not wrong. Now I want to talk about rumors a little bit, because I think the idea that holding a couple of these is going to get you banned is a rumor. And like many rumors, it's based on some factual information, and how it became a rumor, well, there's a few theories and a few different ways that could have happened. So you already saw the factual information. I showed you the post on the Animal Company Discord. So they did mention modders. There was a picture of a landmine. And they did use the word bans. So if you weren't really paying attention to the whole thing, just were looking at pictures and keywords, you could definitely see where somebody might have seen modder, landmine, banned, and come to the conclusion that having landmines would get you banned. It's an incorrect conclusion based on what they said on their Discord, but you can see how somebody that didn't read the whole post and just looked for keywords and looked at the pictures might have that misunderstanding. Now, the other way rumors get started, this is a little more nefarious or, bad-natured, is that oftentimes the rumor is a lot more likely to get you views and clicks than the truth is. So I don't know if there's any other YouTuber or tickety talker or anything out there that kind of helped to advance this rumor that owning these landmines was going to get you banned from the game, but I bet somebody out there did. Because honestly, a video called "Being a Modder and Ruining the Game for Everybody by Taking It Too Far May Result in Bans from the Game" is not going to get as many views as one that's called "Having Landmines Will Get You Banned." So I just like whenever y'all hear a rumor and it sounds kind of outrageous or too good to be true or too bad to be true, go ahead and drop a comment on one of my videos, ask me if you've heard this rumor, and maybe I can look into it more for you, find out some more details. I won't necessarily say what the truth is, because I'm not going to come and tell you that Uncle Steve knows the absolute truth, but I can at least look into it and tell you what this rumor is based on, and whether I think it makes sense or whether it might just be something that, somebody thought of to get clicks or because they didn't bother to read the whole post. Let's explode these again, then we'll go to the next little bit. On the subject of rumors, let's talk about the stash catastrophe real quick, too. The other night, a bunch of people's stash went away, like 80% of players seem to be affected, and I heard people in lobbies saying, "Oh, this is because you had banned items in your stash, they deleted it," or "Oh, this is hackers took your stash," which is really pretty interesting because, you know, your stash is not worth real money. I don't think they were going to like ransom it to you for Bitcoin or anything. But still, lots of people were believing these rumors because there was some truth in them. Truthfully, about 80% of people's stash had disappeared. So when you saw that your stash had disappeared, the person already knew that, and then they told you why it disappeared. I can understand how people would think, well, this person knew that my stash disappeared, so the reason it disappeared, maybe they're correct on that too. But again, if something seems too outrageous to be true, think about it. It could be true. I'm not saying it's not true if it sounds outrageous. Sometimes outrageous things are true, but take it with a grain of salt, as they say, and do a little bit more research. Go comment on one of my videos, ask me if I've heard about this, and if I can maybe help clarify what's actually going on. Thanks for watching this pretty boring video. I should have ran around to the screen and stuff some while I was doing it, but I'm not sure I have the multitasking ability to do that. So if you stuck around and watched me talking into the mirror about this, I really appreciate it. Also, hopefully I don't get banned. Landmines crossed. If I do, I'll probably see y'all again in my burner account.